सो तुम्ही सांगता त्याच गजालीचेर मुद्दम हांव ते एडमिनिस्ट्रेशनाचे येता जी नेक्स्ट हे आहा एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन डिलिव्हरी.
1 minute before you close this particular topic,
quickly.
Employment opportunities can be created without having an employment policy, without having an industrial policy, without having a mining policy, without having anything. You can permit.
You tell me where to set up the industrial unit.
You have industrial
have a
estates.
place. You cannot put it in the sky and get employment.
Like to a industrial estate, 60% of the plots today are empty because the industries
those are empty,
closed.
but those are sold out by your government. They चढ्याकोताक विकलेले आसा.
They are all closed.
They looks to be empty, but you say
एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन म्हाका मुद्दम हांव सांगता मनोहर पर्रीकारा कडच्यान एक बेजीक अपेक्षा आशिल्ली ती म्हळ्यार एडमिनिस्ट्रेशनाची जो अंधाधुंद कारभार चलिल्लो प्रशासन प्रॅक्टिकली कॉलॅप्स जाल्लें तें प्रशासन आनी डिलिव्हरी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आनी डिलिव्हरी ह्यो दोन गजाली जाग्यार येवपा जाय म्हणून 39% people say average, 36% people say good and 25% people say poor. प्रकाश
म्हणजे 75% स्टेटस को और बिलो अशे मानता
तुम्ही एवरेज
मेन.
why do you call that 75% when we have you see the blue portion of that
कितलो
no पळयता काँग्रेस could not
sorry
no the bad आयज आमी सगळे पळयला तातूंत भितर
64%.
आयज आमी पळयता तातूंत भितर ते हे आसा न्ही ते केन्ना क्रॉस करपाक शकलेच ना. ऍड ऑन दॅट
प्रश्न सुरवातीचो दोन गोष्टी गुड गव्हर्नन्स हे सरकारान प्रॉमिस केल्ले आनी ताजे सकल सरकार येतकर सर्व्हिस गॅरंटी ऍक्ट सरकारान हाडलो पण केले कितें तो खुट्याळाक लायला ताका तो टिथलेस केला ताका ताजे अंडर
what all the clauses tithless म्हणपा सारको सर्व्हिस गॅरंटी ऍक्ट आमी म्हणटा we have defined a period within how many hours how many days it has to be done.
The law is absolutely toothless because the minister shall be the final authority. Such laws can never work.
एक आणि दुसरे
तुम्ही सगळेच आपणा खातीर करून घेतला.
दुसरे जेन्ना ते एक्टाक आसा की अमके दिसा भितर जर सर्व्हिस डिलिव्हर केली ना जाल्यार ताका पेनल प्रोविजन काढून उडयल्या इमिजिएटली.
There are penalties mentioned in the
चालू आसा right from ministerial level to the PUC's level and in twice the proportion what was earlier in the Congress government alleged to have been in the Congress.
Okay.
Twice the level of corruption.
Then there, see, one more thing is there. If the administration is bad, there is absolutely no check. There is no Lokayukta which was supposed to come. The information commissioner is not functioning. The commission is gone into cold storage.
Where are the information commissioners?
Okay, that is what I am asking.
There is not there. You don't get information.
See, there is absolutely no accountability as far as the government
is concerned. There is a closed door for information. When he is the man, the chief minister was a man who was screaming at the top of his voice.
Is it a failure of आता लोकायुक्त अपॉइंट केलं ना गव्हर्नमेंटाने
अपॉइंट केलं? It's a failure of this government.
लोकायुक्त
बीजेपी गव्हर्नमेंट
लोकायुक्त विमानांतल्यान देंवता तेन्नाच जर तुम्ही काळे बावटी दाखोवपाक लागले काँग्रेसवाले आनी तांकां हें करपाक लागले एक्टिविस्ट कोण येतलो हांगा. It is advertised. It is not that. It is not a failure of the government.
Govan showed काळे बावटी to Mr. Modi also. Does it mean that Modi was not made the chief minister?
We will come to this right now.
मागं वाळे बाबा एक गजाल सांगात की एक मनोहर पर्रीकारा कडच्यान बेसिक अपेक्षा आशिल्ली ती एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड डिलिव्हरी.
Because he
now 36 and 39%, 25% straight say it is poor.
So 62%.
So उरिल्ले 75% जे आसा ते गुड आणि एव्हरेजी मध्ये डिवाइड झाले. तुम्ही कशी इंटरप्रिट करताय?
नाही मिस्टर मनोहर पर्रीकर इज अ व्हेरी गुड ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेटर म्हणून ताच्या बद्दल चड अपेक्षा आसल्यो. फाटल्या गव्हर्नमेंटा कंपॅरिजन जर करीत जाल्यार आयचे गव्हर्नमेंटाचे परफॉर्मन्स ॲडमिनिस्ट्रेशन बरें आसा नो डावट अबाउट इट. एटलिस्ट आय एम हॅपी विथ इट. पूण हांगा चीफ मिनिस्टर स्वता ऑन द फ्लोर ऑफ द हावस सांगता की होल TCP गव्हर्नमेंट इज करप्ट आनी सगळ्यांक जर काडले जाल्यार दॅट वील बी no man to
chief minister किती उलयता पळय न्ही ते whatever on his find when he makes an observation he says though he is in charge of that तरी आसून तो सांगता न्ही whatever bad is bad. It is nothing. But करता न्ही he is taking action because if you had analyzed this 1 year back you would have found
I will tell you.
Situation has deteriorated.
I am a lawyer.
Situation has deteriorated.
I am a lawyer. And we in the collectorate Mamladars have something called mutation and partition, which all the people go to get their name mutated in the survey record and then partition it out. according to me, if that area is corrupt, at that time, today it is more corrupt. If at one time they were paying 20,000, today they are paying 40,000. Okay. If at that time they were paying 80,000, today they are paying 1 lakh.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. If you see, त्यांचे क्लिअरन्स जर पहिले जाय ज्या वेळार आम्ही सरकार हातान घेतले ज्या वेळार आम्ही सरकार हातान घेतले तेन्ना कितले पेंडन्सी आशिल्ली एंड टुडे यू
corruption you all are talking as if you are in the assembly talk have some
राधा म्हाका एक गजाल सांगात हातूंत भितर हायेस्ट नंबर ऑफ पीपल हू आर disillusioned with the administration and delivery are professionals. Why?
I will tell you. You see what happens now.
50% of them straight away say it is poor.
In these 2.5 years of Parrikar as CM, one thing has been established that Parrikar is one of Goa's best ever leader of the opposition, and he is heading to be one of Goa's worst ever chief minister. You see, that is what is established as far as I am concerned. Now, if you look at those statistics, you will see that everywhere the BJP gets about 25 to 30% as good. It means there is no change in the voters' perception. That is the strength of the BJP since prior to the election. They got about that much of vote and they won. Once they were in power, they were
compare it with Congress.
Let me complete. The BJP was elected because people were fed up with the BJP. With the Congress. Now the other side, it was now the turn of the BJP to improve their 30% to 50% within 2.5 years. They have failed to do so. They are stuck with 30%, which is their vote bank, man. So therefore, there is no improvement on that.
Before I go to
the administration, the officers involved, this is
a
government servantanchi ji mentality aside, it cannot change overnight and it cannot change 2.5 years time. Listen to me, the new generation, new blood has to be infused, and you see the efficiency of all these things. You cannot change the whole. बीजेपी नाशिल्ल्या जातून भितर गेले ते 7-8 वर्सां किंवा पयलींच्या रेजिमा भितर जे ऑफिसर्स आशिल्ले जांकां संवय लावन दवरिल्ले आसा ते कितें 3 येवपाचे 4 वचपाचे हे सगळे संवय एका दिसान मोडनात पूण इफ यू सी द परफॉर्मन्स एंड इफ यू कंपेर इट विथ द प्रिवियस गव्हर्नमेंट यू विल फाइंड लॉट ऑफ इम्प्रूवमेंट एंड एट द एंड ऑफ अनदर 1 year if you conduct the survey you will find the parameters far in a better place.
Pramod, just one thing. You see what happens now as far as the current government is concerned. You see, he is blaming the officers. You look at the cabinet. One can see that the chief minister has got the entire cabinet under his thumb. Why doesn't he do with officers? Why can't he do with officers?
He will want those people to warm those chairs, but don't work.
Okay. Now this is where.
Therefore, if this is the type of administration is expected from the chief minister, what is the point? Okay. Ultimately, the people suffer. The youth today are the biggest casualty. And this government is the bane of this state.
Okay. Jiten, ही slide म्हाका दिसता तूं सगळ्यांत चड happy जातलो. This government came to power with the motto of zero tolerance to corruption. Now this is shocking, surprising, कितें म्हणत, but this is what people are saying. 45%, and I think this is one sector where अनेक दोन sectors are doing. Poor is the highest.
No, that is what I have always told you.
45% people say control of corruption is poor. 39% call it average. I think here average is definitely negative, and only 16% say it is good.
No, this corruption and administration go together.
One minute. Yeah, quickly.
Corruption has been part of BJP, not now. But
and Congress.
It was introduced by the Congress.
Hired by from the Congress.
Okay. Let him finish.
In a far bigger measure.
Of the Congress.
In a far bigger measure, corruption was with the BJP than it ever was with the Congress. We learned from the BJP.
No. The Congress has learned from the corruption.
You learned corruption from BJP.
Congress learned from the BJP.
Now you learn some good things from the BJP. Why don't you learn some good things from the BJP?
No, there are no good things. That's the worst part of it. Today, the corruption, that GSIDC is a beehive of corruption, presided over by the chief minister.
And then you go to Austria.
What is the reason?
And thereafter you go to Austria.
PWD's hall has become behal.
Okay.
Because there is nothing there.
Okay.
very apt असा.
I want to this is because that is the basic thing.
लक्षात घ्या.
काँग्रेसीच्या भ्रष्टाचारान बरबटिल्ल्या सरकाराक लोक विटिल्ले.
हाजे
पहिली गव्हर्नमेंट
ते ब्लू केला.
हाजे पहिली
की ते कितले 16% तातून सुद्धा भयापोटी होय म्हणपी आसा.
बरे ओके.
हाजे पहिलीचे सरकार
भयापोटी
पहिलीचे सरकार बॅड गव्हर्नन्स करप्शन आणि नो ट्रान्सपरन्सी आणि अकाउंटेबिलिटी ना बिकॉज 12चे 12 चीफ मिनिस्टर सेल्फ सर्विंग कशें
Corruption and
ही
transparency
परिस्थिती आशिल्ली ताजे नंतर एक्सपेक्टेशन बिल्ड जालें की 0 टॉलरन्स टू करप्शन म्हणून पहिल्याच दिसा मुख्यमंत्र्यान
बरोबर सरिंगेन आगोच सांगिल्लें
हय 100 दिसांत लोकायुक्त सांगलो ताजे नंतर आमचे कमिशनर म्हणजे ट्रान्सपरन्सी खातीर रायट टू इन्फॉर्मेशन इम्प्लिमेंटेशन कित्याक ते स्वताच रायट टू इन्फॉर्मेशन वापरपी इफेक्टिवली सो लोकांची एक्सपेक्टेशन ट्रेमंडस बिल्ड जाल्ली ताजो हो परिणाम आज आमचे हे सगळे मेकॅनिझम जी आसा ती डिस्ट्रॉय जाल्ली
आसा एक्सपेक्टेशन्स फेल जाल्यात काय गव्हर्नमेंट फेल जाला
गव्हर्नमेंट इज फेल
ओके लेट हिम
एक्सपेक्टेशनाचेर बेस्ड परफॉर्मन्स
There was
येवचे
total
पडटा
failure on part of the
डिसअपॉइंटमेंट कंप्लीट
total failure.
Okay,
In
okay.
fact, today, then the government itself indulges in corrupt activities like buying tracts of land for each one of them.
That green figure.
Yes,
Going
yes.
abroad.
You bring out any of the scandals and the scams.
The scandal is that finally the government is paying for their trip to Brazil.
I believe that green figure would have increased if we had a full-fledged information commission.
Would have increased.
Because the last government's misdeeds were exposed by the information commission.
Right to information.
Right to information. And in fact, if the last government collapsed, it is because of right to information.
SEZ had only scandal आयले because of RTI.
Yes, SEZ was exposed by right to information, and today the right to information commission
There is
is blocked.
obstruction.
Okay.
There is obstruction by this government.
Zero
Full obstruction by this government to get
It is not willful.
हांव फुल टाइम दिता करप्शनाचे हांव फुल टाइम दिता बाळवे बाब 0 टॉलरन्स टू करप्शन हॅज बॅकफायर्ड अशें दिसता
तें जालांच पूण एक त्याच बरोबर एक प्लस पॉयंट म्हज्या दृश्टीन आसा ह्या गव्हर्नमेंटाक गेल्या 2.5 वर्सान अशें म्हाका व्हडले एखादे स्कॅम सांग की दीस मिनिस्टर्स ऑर चीफ मिनिस्टर इज इनवॉल्ड खंयच्या पेपरान येवंक ना ऑन दी फ्लोर ऑफ दी हावसय कोणी काडूंक ना
मिनिस्टराचेर केस आसा
नाही केसी आसत पण ज्या
450 स्क्वेअर मीटर
हे स्कॅम ते स्कॅम ते पयलीं जशें जाताले तशें गेल्या 2.5 वर्सांत आमकां पळोवपाक मेळूंक ना आयकपाक मेळूंक ना वाचूंक मेळूंक ना
I will tell you why. I will tell you.
Where is the RTI?
See, what has happened?
let
What Mr. Valve says is absolutely correct. Nothing has come out in the House. That is because in Goa, the best debaters come on Prudent media, and those who are incapable of debating have become MLAs. You see, the whole problem is when Parikar was the leader of opposition, as I have just said, he was a wonderful leader of opposition. He would stand up and point out, is there anyone in the opposition now who is capable of doing that, with the exception of Vijay and Reginald? No one else is capable. So therefore, the fact that we have a weak opposition does not mean we have a good government. It is their weakness that they have failed to expose the
rather this 45%.
Yes,
no,
I
this 45%. Is it that good that 0 tolerance to corruption has failed, or the corruption has increased?
No,
what does this signify?
No, it signifies
increase in corruption or failure in controlling corruption.
No,
what is it?
The whole problem is the very height of corruption in Goa today is the failure or refusal to appoint a Lokayukta and a failure or refusal to appoint the information commissioners, because these two are the authorities which can finally give relief and give information to us.
Watchdogs.
And
they are the watchdogs
exactly.
of democracy.
So the height of corruption.
Pramod, one more thing. See the major scandals at the central level. CWG,
yes,
Colgate, were all exposed to our right to information, and these were done by basically people who are in BJP today.
Yes.
Like Colgate they have in fact felicitated him some days back. But to right to information it was exposed. CWG for right to information.
Correct.
And these institutions have been
and the BJP
RTI we have not right to information is not stopped.
Quickly.
Knowing the need or knowing the use of right to information, we feel that BJP government both at the center and at the local level